war mode.
He needs to stay in that traffic jam, so he can't train anymore until we meet.
I think that he's just afraid of you. He's just avoiding, to come face to face,
Yeah, I'll go with that one. I like that idea.
Okay,
so
guys.
are we live now or no?
Yes, we are live right now. Good
okay.
evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone who's watching, joining us. Coach Ray together with Engin Terzi. And right now, just the only one from this pair, Tony KITOWSKI. What's up, Tony? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. Engin, Engin's looking big as usual. Engin's on war mode too.
BOZHIDAR just decided to backstep.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna replace him.
Yes.
On the right arm.
Yeah. So
Bring
Tony KITOWSKI
right
versus
here,
Engin Terzi. Yeah.
What's
I'm
that?
right here, Engin.
Would you pull Engin? Have you pulled Engin or haven't?
We
Never
never.
pulled it. We've talked about it in the past quite a bit. It just never happened.
Yeah. Someday we will. We have to.
I don't know if they have a senior citizen class, Engin. I don't know if that'll work.
Senior citizen class.
What's that?
Senior citizen class.
They
have those master classes. Those are called master classes.
Okay.
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm a young man yet. I'm only 38.
38. Wow. So the first time that I remember you in mid 2000s, you were very young then. You were in early 20s.
Yeah, I went over to let's see, it was Manchester, England. I was out there.
Oh, you went to WAF 2006?
Yep.
Which class?
That was 176 class.
Oh, Rustam Babev's class.
Yeah, that was actually my first time going to Worlds, and that was my first match was against Rustam, so it didn't end too well.
Oh.
Yeah, it was his prime years. No, usually at those years, nobody did well against him.
No, he took it easy. It was easy class for him.
Yeah.
So
for about 10 years.
Everyone who's joining us right now, we're talking with Tony KITOWSKI as a part of East and West event. Give us your questions. We'll give out questions. And please donate for the event. This event is made for the fans, by the fans. And Engin Terzi is our host of this event. I will try my best with the live stream and everything else. So this is the first that you see. Maybe BOZHIDAR will join us. He's driving home from their nationals, and I guess he's stuck in the traffic. Tomorrow, we're going to talk with Hermes and Matt Mask. On Wednesday, it's Todd Hutchings and Hajimurat Zuluyev, and also much more are coming and more interesting. But please, we need your support. I posted the link on top. It's pinned post at the top of the chat. It's in description. Please go there, support it, and we'll talk more about it. Engin, for sure you have some good questions before everyone else is getting warmed up.
You want me to ask question?
Yes.
I thought you wanted fans to ask questions.
Let them warm up. They need to
okay, yeah. While we were discussing about when to meet here. Yeah, I think I read that Tony said that till BOZHIDAR comes, he will be doing more training for BOZHIDAR. And I said, okay, go train your tarpo. He said he trains everything, So that was an interesting mind working answer, that he's trained everything. So it means that he realizes that the match may not go where he plans to go, so he's making sure that he's ready for everything.
You have to do that, right? You can't be a one-style and be the best. It never ends well for you.
Yeah, the left arm, there is no doubt that both I mean, he will go top roll for sure. I don't know what you will do. I remember you pulling the Paul Talbot.
Paul Talbot.
Yeah, and you have very strong side pressure based, pronator based top roll, right. And yeah, you and him, you will both load, and then we will see. If you his endurance is good. I don't know how good your endurance is. I don't know a lot about you. I know you're very strong, but you both will go outside. And then I think that I don't believe that either of you will dominate each other with left arm. And then the endurance may be saying the last word. With right arm, I kind of believe you will end up inside. You know, you should just directly go side. But you can try topple as well, but more you topple, more you open yourself. This is the case with like Tautiev, who toppled Zolev, but he was hooked by BOZHIDAR. Like Plemen, who toppled Zolev, but BOZHIDAR hooks him. So it is, he knows it that, you know, I am sure that he would hate me saying these things, but since we are analyzing, I need to say everything I believe, right? Yeah.
How do you see that match, Tony? Like what's your left arm? Let's start with the left arm, because for sure you have looked how BOZHIDAR arm wrestles, and you know.
Yeah, so I've been studying him obviously, and his left arm isn't what his right arm is. There's no doubt there. And I feel like he can beat him all around left arm, whether it's in the hook, top roll, whatever it is. I'm feeling fairly confident left-handed. So I'm not too concerned there, but who knows? You know, anything could happen. Right-handed, you know, that's his dominant arm, and that's going to be a fun one. And I guess once I get to the table is when I'm going to decide where I'm going to go. I've watched him pull very strong competitors, whether it's been in the hook or even the competitor taking him out of the hook. And one thing he does have a boatload of his side pressure right-handed. So I've seen him get his wrist flop back and almost pull like a Todd Hutchings type move, right? And go straight sideways without his wrist.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but he doesn't lose the wrist, but
right.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I don't know his competitors and how much side pressure they had. You know I have a lot of side pressure. So maybe his competitors, yeah, they top rolled him and took his wrist a little bit, but maybe they didn't have the side pressure to finish it. I don't know. I didn't know his competitors that I was watching. So I'm going to play the game at the table, and I'm going to decide where I want to go at that time.
yeah, you will
But
feel his
now
hands.
I'm just studying him. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. And
Yeah.
I'm just studying him and see where I'm trying to find some weaknesses in him. And I found a couple left-handed, right-handed. I found one maybe. You know. So, but it seems like right-handed he seems strong all around.
Yeah, this bottom two finger, this tendon here, and then whenever he catches, his pressure the sideway, like almost like Sasha. He's very strong there, especially in step. I mean, I personally, if I would pull him, I would never try to take his wrist. Of course, I would still use my pronator, but I wouldn't try to go totally out. More you go, more you open it. Is so hanging here and then this way. I would go. So I would like to, if I beat Artur, it would be good to pull the winner of you guys.
Hey, I'm all there.
Yeah,
I don't
the
care if I
guy
lose,
that
I'll
I'm
still
gonna
pull you.
pull, but the guy that I'm gonna pull is just not normal guy. Also, I mean, you will see there, Artur. It's
Really,
not. What's that?
you're physically not normal.
Yeah. It's just like almost like Zok.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, you have to see it to believe it. You have to see it in real life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I will.
Yeah. It will be a great fun. You know, just like big fun in Istanbul. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a question. And what is the weight limit for this match?
83. People
83.
wrote 82, but it's 83.
82. Okay.
83.
83. Okay. Tony, is it how much like you weigh now? How, because you know, all that WL thing with you cutting weight, it wasn't good for you for sure. How like 83, is it good? You're close to that?
Right now I'm at a hefty 198 pounds. And when I say hefty, it's a roly-poly 98 pounds, 198.
Okay.
So as far as poundage wise, I only have to lose 17 pounds, but I can lose that in fat. I don't even have to lose water at this point. So, and that's going to be interesting going into a tournament for the first time. You know, generally I pull lightweight class at 165 pounds or 170 pounds, and I have to lose water. This is going to be one of the first matches I never have to lose water. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, how my strength regains, you know, for I keep my strength for this match comparative to a lightweight match where I'm dehydrated.
Okay. Yeah,
how much did you make for the wild? You made like 171, or you missed it by 1 pound, or what was it? The story about it?
So the whole story was I was 12 hours out from weigh-ins and I was only 2 pounds overweight. But at that
What was the weight?
165.
Oh, I thought you guys agreed like 170 pound or something, no?
No, because championship match.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was done. We agreed for 170. But then for Sam Harris, I didn't get to get an option, and they said 165.
Yeah.
So you made 167 pounds.
Oh yeah, yeah. The problem that I ran into there is I started my dehydration too early. I started at 48 hours out comparative to 24 like normal. I tried something different, and I come to realize that when you dehydrate yourself, it's not the amount of water that occurs to, it's the length of time that you're dehydrated. So that extra 24 hours was absolutely killing me, and I couldn't do the last 12 hours.
So you lost from almost 200 pounds to 167 pounds. You lost, but you still beat him.
No. So I was at about 180 when I started losing the water weight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and just like now, I'm heavy, I'm a fat guy right now, so
Yeah.
I can get down to 180 comfortably without losing water.
But you will be here. What's the 83 kilos? 182 pounds, right? 182 pounds.
Yeah.
So I think it will be easier than the making the weight for the wall, right?
I won't even have to lose water.
Okay.
It's
interesting.
yeah.
It's interesting how you do that.
Yeah, I'll just come in and fully loaded on water, and I'll be lean, but I'm not going to be dehydrated.
Mm-hmm. Day before will be the weigh-in, as early as people wishes. The Friday, the 11th, whenever they wish, after we wake up, of course, before the breakfast. Yeah, anyone who comes, Friday 11th is the weigh-in day.
Perfect. I'll see you at 12:01 p.m.
You will have one and a half day.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just load up on a starchy carbs and sugars, and I'll come in at 210 pounds after the weigh-ins.
Wow.
Imagine that.
No. I will weigh you guys again. If the difference is more than 10 pounds, the match is gonna be canceled.
No.
I didn't sign that contract, Ingen.
Get that contract out.
Just joking.
I know.
Yeah. Imagine by the time of the competition, the weight difference is 30 pounds.
How tall is he? How tall is
he's like maximum 175. Like it's like 5'9".
Oh, so he's right around. He's only a couple inches taller than me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of the videos I see, it's tough to tell because unless you see him standing by himself next to something the height of, you don't know how tall somebody is. So it'll be nice pulling somebody my size.
5'9", maximum.
Okay.
This is my opinion.
So.
You're 5'7"?
Yeah, 5'7".
Yeah, like me. Yeah.
We're vertically challenged.
For your height, you must not have so tall forearm, but you still can top roll very well. Even the taller. I think Paul was much taller than you, right?
Yeah, very tall. But believe it or not, I actually have very long forearms.
You have?
I don't know why. I do have long forearms.
Okay, that's why probably you can do that.
Yeah, so because of the size of my forearms, I got real thick forearms. They look shorter than they really are.
No. I mean, for your height, I was guessing that it shouldn't be like so tall. You understand? Because 5'7" guy normally don't have so much. Even like I am like near 5'10". I don't have very long forearm either.
Yeah, so I'm kind of blessed with that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
So I have a question. Good question from Winkle. How's Tony's hand and wrist? Does he have gyms and clubs to practice with lately in preparation for this match? How does your hands feel?
My hands are like solid iron. I train my hand strength repetitively. In my wrists and my rotation in my wrist, that is, in my opinion, at a whole nother level than most people my weight. I just pulled a 240-pound monster yesterday, and I was able to roll him. Going inside was a different story because he's just huge.
Yeah.
But I'm still able to roll most people because of my hand strength and my rotation strength. And I work that on purpose because I like pulling bigger guys. I like pulling a 220, 230, 240 pound guys. So in order to pull those guys, you got to have strong hands and fists because generally you're not going to be as big in a hand size as they are. So as far as strength wise, I've been pulling lightweights for probably 10 years, and I have never in the last 5 years, I don't think I've met anybody with a hand or a wrist as strong as mine. The closest I would say for hand strength would have been Justin Bishop. And wrist strength, I haven't really felt anybody that's been pretty close to me. My wrist is pretty solid.
And practicing with someone, do you have clubs open? What's the situation in your state?
Unfortunately, I live so far away from everybody. I don't get to train with hardly anybody. The closest club I have next to me is 2.5 hours away. So I generally go there maybe once every other month and do some arm wrestling, but I do most everything by myself. I have like a little, I call it the dungeon where I work out. I got a dirt floor with plywood on the floor, and it's really like the old Rocky Balboa type.
Yeah. I mean, in US, everyone has their own gym in their basement or upstairs or somewhere. They have it. All the arm masters, they train at home. Only meet for the table training, right? Yeah. They don't usually train in the gym. They have. I mean, as far as I remember, when I was staying there, every arm master, they had their own dumbbell and the rubber bands and everything at home. This is what I remember.
Yeah, generally, if you were to talk to the guys, like the better guys, right, the guys that are the strongest in the country, they usually have their own gyms and they do a lot of their stuff at home. But then you got the other guys that they like to go to the gym and they like to, I don't know what they like to do. They like to look at themselves in the mirror and look at the women and talk. I don't know. Who knows? Good, whatever. Let them do what they want to do. But I prefer to work out by myself at home.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Work out. More mentally there. There's nothing there to distract you. So yeah, that's what I do too. It's like I said, my gym is a piece of garbage. It's an unheated shed. There's nothing there, and I live in Wisconsin where it gets 40 below in the winter. You just got to dress for it, play the game.
But looks like you have everything you need, right?
That's all you need. Yeah, you don't need nothing special.
Yeah. That's what it is. We don't care about how the things look.
No, arm wrestlers never do. Like you're not arm wrestler if you think you need a fancy gym. We need like a shed. That's it,
right,
with a wall. We're happy. Yeah.
Everything else.
Do you have someone to prepare, like who's trying to at least imitate something that BOZHIDAR is doing when you're pulling? You don't pull that much, but you train the things you think you need. But how do you test them? Or you test them, or?
I keep logs. I keep logs of everything, so I know if I'm going up in weight.
Okay.
So I mean, let's say my rotation. Let's say I'm doing supination, and I'm doing I keep track on a maul. I got a 12-pound maul that I do my supination in, and I'll have it marked on there of what I did. I have marked 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll log all that. Okay, today I did mark 3 for 6 reps for 3 sets, and I keep logs of that. And then what I can do is I can go back 3 months earlier. All right, so I used to be on mark 1, so obviously I'm getting stronger. I'm doing something, and then I'll switch my workouts from power to mega power to mass. I never keep on the same workout for no more than 6 weeks, and that way my body never gets used to the same workouts. You know what I mean? You don't get sore after a while if you don't change it up. So you got to change your workouts up, and that's what I do every 6 weeks. I change them up.
Okay. So you keep track of everything, so you know what's going on with your body. Even if you don't have a chance to arm wrestle with guys, you know where with weights you are. And any real injuries you're dealing with, or everything is fine with the arms, you know?
Left hand is just fine. My right arm, since I had that reconstruction surgery on my inner elbow, I might have damaged my nerve a little bit, so I do got some pain on the inner elbow, but it's nothing that I can handle. I just deal with the pain that goes through it. I don't think it's anything that's going to be injured more in the future. To see what happened when I had that surgery, there was 2 doctors, and one doctor had to hold my nerve back for the 4-hour-long surgery. So I'm thinking while he held that nerve, so the pronator and everything could be fastened back to the bone, they damaged the nerve.
Okay.
Never went back into the hospital because I don't want to take another 8 weeks off of work. I want to keep working.
But it's something you can deal with.
Yeah, I can deal with it. It doesn't stop me at the table at all.
Okay. When was the last time you pulled, like, in competition?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah, I pulled.
Oh,
I didn't. It was. I'm from Wisconsin, so the state Wisconsin in the United States, and Wisconsin State Championship was yesterday. So I traveled down there. It's about a couple hours away, and I had a super match set up with a guy named Chris Jellings. I don't know. He's another heavyweight. He's probably 5'11", maybe 6 feet, about 240 pounds, just a solid beefcake, a solid muscle. And the first match, I rolled him out. He's a big hooker. I rolled him out and I pinned him pretty easy. And then the second match, I just wanted to see what he had inside. And we had about a 30, 40-second war on the inside, which he ended up coming out on top. I just wanted to see. Ultimately, there's no money behind it. There's nothing behind it. It was just, okay, come and arm wrestle. We can do the best out of 5. It'll be fun. So I said, screw it. Let's go inside. And we had a war. And after that, obviously, everybody knows once you have an inside hook war, pretty much everything else is done too. So
Yeah.
I couldn't roll.
Yeah, but if the guy is too big, 240 pounds guy, it's not really like your weight class. It's just a huge guy.
Right. Grab onto his hand. It's like grabbing onto. It's like grabbing onto a bunch of brats. They're thick and meaty, and obviously his hand is strong, and it's hard to pull guys like that. But I enjoy it. Makes it more of a challenge.
Yeah, Raymond, BOZHIDAR wrote that he is still 40 kilometers far from home. I think he's not gonna make it.
Yeah, he was 60 like hour and a half ago, so we'll most likely will not see BOZHIDAR on this live stream, but at least we have Tony. That's good too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with.
I will pretend like I'm BOZHIDAR.
No.
I'm gonna hook you and beat the hell out of you, Tony.
Tony, you heard that going in hook with the right arm with BOZHIDAR, it's not a choice,
I've heard that, but I kind of disagree. One can do whatever. I can do whatever I want if I know how to do it. If you got the style, technique, and the power where you want to go, I can go outside. I can go inside. Just like yesterday. Just take his wrist. Just take his wrist in strap. I will just say you are the greatest top roller ever. I'll disagree with that. John Brzezinski is
no. I will call you that way. I'm not saying that you cannot do it, but if you do it, I will just say that you are the greatest top roller ever. If you take his wrist, yeah. I mean, if you just hang him and then go sideways, I understand. But take his wrist, I will just say, that's all.
If you take somebody's wrist, I will. If you'll never see me unless somebody gives me their wrist. You'll never see me take their wrist. Because I don't want, because when you take someone's wrist, your side pressure goes away too, right? Because you're only using your hammer curl muscle, whatever that is on top of your forearm. So you're losing all your side pressure if you take someone's wrist. So you'll hardly ever see me take someone's wrist.
So you are saying that you are gonna enable his wrist and then pin him sideways. You don't have to take his wrist.
That's one of my options.
Yeah. I mean, if you think that way, yeah, that is a better option than taking his wrist. Taking his wrist will not happen.
Yeah, and like I said, I would never try to take it. Unless he intentionally flopped his wrist backwards, I would never try that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it makes sense because then
you're gonna go as much as you need. This is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. As much as I can.
Okay. You are saying as long as you have your pronator enough to do side pressure, that's enough for you. I understand that part. Yeah.
Or, you know, if I feel like I want to go inside of him, I'll go inside of him. I don't know.
Inside. Yeah. Inside is, yeah. How is your endurance? You feel good?
Really good. I've always had very good endurance.
Yeah. Because the person you're gonna pull is probably Hamza Zipak, and he, like the guys that, you know, with best endurance under 80 kilos, 76 pounds. They can pull forever. You pull BOZHIDAR one match, you just go, come back. Once you hold your hand, like my student Yusuf beat him once, and then second round, they again had a war, he won. Third round, you know, my student said that whenever I hold his hand, like he was like a rock. I couldn't even close my hand. His hand was still like a rock, you know, because these guys pull up to 3 times a day. I don't know how they train, how they can train, but I can't. If I do one table time, the closest I can do, like many days later. But this guy can pull 3 times a day, you know, that's why their endurance is good.
Yeah,
But he takes you seriously. He takes you very seriously. He skipped national championships because of your match.
Yeah, I couldn't do 3 times a day either. There's no way. He must be younger, I would assume. Is he in his
Yeah,
low 20s?
even when I was young, I mean, I was
26,
doing
27,
it
26,
with all
27.
pain.
Yeah, he heals fast. When I was that age too, I was pulling about twice a week, and I could get away with that. But I would pull to the end, where I couldn't barely pick my arms up, and then I'd pull again 3 days later, same way. But now that I'm 38, it seemed like that. I don't know, for whatever that was, at 34, 35 benchmark, it seemed like things really started hurting. Things really started going south. You know, injuries started happening, and I realized I'm not a young man anymore. I got to start slowing down a little bit, and I can't be beating myself up. I still do, because inside my head, I'm still a kid. But
You need to think more.
yeah, I'm just trying to slow down a little bit. So now you'll only see me arm wrestle on the table maybe once a month now. Otherwise, the rest is all strength training and at this point, studying my competitors.
Yeah, before we were not even thinking. Now at these ages, you're younger than me, but even my age, I need to think 10 times and do once. Yeah,
Right.
before I do it, because it's just like once you make mistake, you pay bitterly.
Yep.
When you are young, you make mistake, you pay for 3 days. You know, 3 days later, you are again fine. You know, here,
And it's getting worse every day, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, just 10 more years, you will see. I'm 47.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I'll be around in 10 years.
Hey,
You
for sure,
should be.
no one leaves arm wrestling behind. They
Yeah,
keep going.
especially the North American arm wrestlers are arm wrestlers to the grave, you know. But the people from East, they just do it, they're prime, and then they are gone. They're gone. But the Americans, look at Rambet. Yesterday, he beat Chapukian, you know, like he was 59 years old, he still beat him. And the Chapukian's best arm, the better arm, I mean.
Yeah.
Left arm.
Super decisively, like strong. Rambet is not human. He's not human.
Yeah, I don't know. There's another guy that can pull over and over again, and he's like 8,000 years old, and he doesn't get hurt. I don't know what his deal is. How does he do it?
Who?
Oh, Ron Bass. He's like 8,000 years old. He can pull every day. I don't know what his deal is. How does he do it?
Yeah.
I think all generations were tougher. People disagree, but I think that, you know, the old people, I think that the food was more natural and everything, you know. I don't know. I think now, I don't know. I think the old generation genetically was stronger. Now, of course, there are more opportunities, but it doesn't always mean it makes you better.
I agree with you. The food, everything was all there, far healthier. That, and they worked more, right? So their bodies were conditioned to that.
Yeah.
So all that stuff plays into a play. You mentioned food. How is the food in Istanbul? I'm a hungry boy.
I think you will like it. I think you will like it. Yeah.
It's real food, real good.
I like my meat and potatoes.
I mean, whatever you choose, we will find a good option for you. Just I mean, you will gain a lot of weight.
Not too much. Gotta be careful. Not too much. I'll be a bloated pig.
So, do you think best strategy is to end matches quickly versus BOZHIDAR, or you still want to like drain him, try to drain him out? What do you think is the best strategy for you?
Well, based on what Engen was saying, and also what I've studied with him, he's got tremendous endurance. Now I do too, so I don't think that's a risk I want to take though. So a lot of guys in my weight class, I would drain them and tire them out, and then I would take care of them after that. I've done that many times. But with him, I don't think that's going to be an option because his endurance is so well, and he's 10 years under me. So he's going to have better endurance than me, I think, at this point. So I think just trying to finish him fast for my benefit is going to be the best option.
Okay.
Yes.
What about rule set? So they're using WAF rules. Do you like WL rules better or WAF rules better, or you know?
Honestly, I've never cared. I have never cared about the rules. They've never affected me much because I'm a pretty fair puller. So if the WAL tends to let you get away with a little bit more, well, then I got away with it. Like yesterday when I pulled that match, it was WAF rules, WAF rules. So they're very strict. So you couldn't get away with it. And I held the foul because I was in a bad position and I wanted to restart. And that's one of the things with the WAF. It allows me to do that.
Okay. Because a lot of times guys will, you know, like, yeah, you, from watching your matches, you're fair, your elbow doesn't jump that much around, you know, but sometimes the guys are too used to WL rules and elbow will go everywhere except on a pad, and you know they will get fouled out, and we won't. But yeah, and I think BOZHIDAR's too, he's very fair in the grip. He never, you know, tries to do a lot of, he's like, let's just arm wrestle. So,
Yeah.
Eastern guys are pretty fair.
Yeah. But I mean, both guys are fair guys. Both guys are. BOZHIDAR is the same way, you know. BOZHIDAR, he's smart guy, but not unfair.
What?
No, BOZHIDAR is also fair guy. He's smart guy, but not unfair guy. He's only smart, but he doesn't cheat at table. You know, he's just like, it will be very good match. And whenever you hold his hand, you're gonna feel like you're gonna crash his hand. His hand is not so big, small, but strong. Yeah. I just can't wait to see you here. You know, it will be great because it is like a bridge between East and West. I mean, it's all in friendship. We are all brothers in arms, you know, and then you just come here, everything will be fair, 100%. I guarantee both sides. And then you're just gonna pull whoever wins. It'll be better in arm wrestling. That's all, you know, that's nothing. Nobody's head is gonna touch the sky or something. Just we still continue. Maybe next time, you know, if he loses or if you lose, I mean, whatever, you know.
Yep. And it's based on a couple, you know, lines we said back and forth to each other. He seems like a guy with a pretty good attitude.
I can't really hear you. What's that?
Yeah, so based on a couple small conversations I've had between us, he seems like a pretty, you know, fun guy with a fun attitude. So it's, I think we'll get along just fine.
Yeah, we're just gonna have a good time. You know, you're just gonna go there, ready, go, war finish, still, you know, have fun. You know, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it matters, you know.
If he comes to you with a glass and says, drink this, don't drink it.
Well, it depends if it's the right color. If it's a good beer, I'm gonna drink it.
It's not a beer that he's gonna come with.
BOZHIDAR will do that?
What's that?
BOZHIDAR wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Last WAF, like Romania WAF, we're waiting for weigh-ins. BOZHIDAR sees me and Vlad are waiting. He comes to us. He's like, yeah, we're friends, you know. So he gave us a bottle. I'm like, I don't know what that is. We go back to our room. I opened that bottle. Like, oh my God. We took like a small shot of it. It's like, I don't know what Bulgarians put in that. He's like, very good. Did you like it? I said, I almost died.
He was drinking before they went?
No. He just gave us, you know, as a gift. He gave
gift, yeah.
Yeah. No, not before event. After the event, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a fun guy. Let's see what's up in the chat.
Ingen, what's with this whole, I think it was May 17th, right? That the lockdown in Turkey was supposed to be done. Did that happen?
Tomorrow is finishing. Yeah.
Okay, and is that a for sure thing, or?
Yeah.
Good. So
Yeah.
COVID hit pretty hard over there.
The thing is, even during the lockdown, there was nothing about the tourist people. They could be out everywhere, only for the Turkish citizens.
How is
We
that
had to
fair?
stay at home.
How is that
For
fair?
other people who visit us, there is no problem. They could go out. Even if the competition happens and there was a lockdown, I can go out because they will give me official permission. You understand? From the federation that I can be out. Just so there is, like, for example, right now people can't go out, but the governor gave the national team athletes permission certain hours a day to go to gym, train, and come back. But not to everyone. And so there is still some flexibility, but till the time that you're talking about, there will be nothing, because the main reason they did this lockdown to make sure that tourism season will not have negative effects because of the COVID. So they made all the cases down, and then now the tourism season will open. So don't worry about it.
Good. Good to hear.
So you guys arrive here on 10th, right? 10th, you and Todd.
Yeah, I think, I leave on the 9th, so yeah, it's about a 20-hour flight. We were arriving on the same flight.
Yeah, good to hear that. Yeah. Do you remember if you come to Istanbul Airport or Sabiha Gökçen Airport? You don't remember, right?
I don't know. Not really sure. I can let you know though.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. One is very far. Both are in Istanbul, but Istanbul is like two divided land. There is sea between them. One is in Europe, one is in Asia. So we will be on the Asian side, and the one airport is in the European side, one in the Asian side. There are bridges from Europe to Asia. So if you come to Istanbul Airport, it's a little bit far. We will take you from there to the Asian side.
Okay. So you're basically traveling between two continents as you get there.
Yeah.
Cross the bridge. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. When was the last time you were here in the European side or Asian side?
Farthest I've been was at Manchester, England. Otherwise, I never really traveled much. I just kind of, I went to Mexico once, but that was it. I'm just a redneck. I live out in the country on like 80 acres of land and plant a garden and hunt deer. That's what I do.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's good that you had like, some people don't want to travel here and compete here. I think most people doesn't want that, but you just stepped up, just like without thinking,
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to go to Zalati. I wanted to start traveling more and experiencing more out there. Face it, in the United States, I've told just about everybody, and I've beaten just about everybody. So it's like, all right, so now I want to go elsewhere, and I want to feel the Europeans, the Chinese, the Russian. I want to feel everybody just to see what they got, I watched John Brzezinski do it all those years, and I kind of want the same thing now. Is it going to be to the same level? Of course not.
He has the spirit.
But I just want to experience.
Yeah, John inspired all of us. Just he stepped up everywhere that he was challenged, he was there. And yeah, I think that he should inspire everyone. Especially his own countrymen to do same thing instead of playing safe. I also went to US 6-7 years. I pulled over there. I was going to a tournament with 200 arm wrestlers. All of them are American. I'm only Turkish guy. I went that tournament, this tournament, that tournament. It's fun. It's good to do that. Yeah, no need to be so much afraid to compete. In para events. It will be good. It will be good to see you here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy it. They all pull so different compared to the Western guys here. They have very different style of pulling. It's a lot of explosive power of hook comparative to the Western style. It's a lot of slower styles with a lot of side, top roll, style match.
More technical in US, North America.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
here is more horsepower, right? In East, it's more like horsepower based pulling. Yeah.
I always wondered if that's the reason why European guys don't arm wrestle as long as the Western guys do, because the European guys put so much pressure on their arm with all the power. Basically, the hook it beats the hell out of your joints and your muscles, right?
That's a good argument for that, because like everything, it has their limits, and the faster and harder you go, faster you get to those limits, and I think that's kind of one thing, because we see so many guys like in Europe, Asia, 10, 15 years, and they just cannot come back. Like they cannot come back. And then there's one back, and so many more, and so many more.
Some even not 15 years, many of them. But also there is another reason that in for example, Russia, I mean, the competition is so tough that we think that they quit, but in fact they cannot be qualified. That's why we don't see them.
Yeah.
Because I see very old pullers still trying. Like sometimes I see Pisarkov, sometimes I see Blenko, but it is not easy because they come out from their city qualification, they go to the regional, and then from there they go to the national. Is like to be qualified in Russia is really, really hard thing, it's
Super
not that
hard.
easy. Yeah.
Three different levels, and there's like 100 people, like not 100 people, but like 20, 30 people each time you have to beat. So each time you go higher, and the level of competition increases each time. And like I will sometimes watch like regional championship, and you will see some good arm wrestlers there. They just cannot have the opportunity to go out. And sometimes they will go like guys that couldn't qualify for Europeans and Worlds. They will go to Zloty tour, and you're like, where was this guy?
Yeah. I remember in 2005, I mean, Zola was 2003, 2004 world champion already. In 2005, I beat him at Europeans, but I didn't go to Japan for Worlds, and Zola didn't go either. And the guy who took 10th place at Russian Nationals won the WAF that year. He went to there, 10th place Russian guy, and then he won the WAF Worlds. This is the trainer of Artur Makarov.
Let's quickly, before we'll end in about 10, 15 minutes. I wanted to touch up on the other matches that are happening. So let's start with the big one, Hermes versus Matt Mas. Who do you give edge to and why?
Ask Tony.
Yeah, Tony.
That's a tough one. They've pulled in the past, obviously, different style of rules. That plays into effect. I know Matt Mas went through a lot of personal stuff this last year. That's going to go into effect. I'd like to say Matt again, but something tells me, because I haven't heard a lot about Hermes and generally don't hear a lot about something that's kind of like it means they're training their ass off rather than just going to the tournament and seeing how they do. So I'm going to have to go with Hermes on this one. I'd like to see my boy Matt win, but I think Hermes is just going to have too much for him this time. I think he gained a bunch of weight too, didn't he? Hermes did.
He's big. He's very big. Yeah.
He's near 260 now.
Yeah.
He's 60.
260. 260.
Near.
Yeah. Jeepers. Matt's not even that big, and he's like 8 feet tall.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So a little edge to Hermes. Zoluya versus Hutchings. Be careful what you say. You have to fly with Todd together.
Actually, we're gonna hold hands all the way there. I'm gonna go with Todd Hutchings on this one. They pulled in the past, and also the whole instance where Zoliev had some issues medically, so that's not helping him. And Todd, I haven't known of him having any kind of issues in the past couple of years, unless he kept it quiet. I don't know, but Todd Hutchings is just a powerhouse, and I don't see Zoliev gets Todd into a weird position, but I just don't see it happening because Olioff is kind of like the one-style puller too. He can pull a couple ways, but mainly deep hook. And you go on deep hook with Todd, especially right on his bicep, he'll just sit on it. So I'm going to go with Todd Hudson on that one.
Okay.
But at that time, Todd and Zola, I think there was like huge weight difference then. Now it will be very close. The weights will be almost the same.
Well, that'll make a difference.
Sarah or Irina? I don't know how familiar you are with Irina.
I think he wouldn't know who Irina is. Even we hardly know it.
Well, I know Sarah, obviously, because she's in the States now and training with the Florida team and all that. So I don't know the other people. I've never watched her or studied her, but just watching Sarah's training videos, it's downright scary. He's got a drive that most men's. So I'm just gonna go flat out Sarah on that one just because of the training, what she does, how hard she pushes it.
Engin Terzi or Artur Makarov?
I never
The
heard
Arthur is favorite.
who's Engin Terzi.
Engin Terzi. Okay.
Arthur is favorite, Tony. Don't make mistake. Don't try to be nice, you know. Yeah, just please, you know.
Ever go against a legend like Engin. Ever. I'm going with Engin. You see his brain right above his eyes right there. And Engin, it's too smart up there. Engin's going to outsmart him.
Outsmart him.
Yeah.
Engin can do that. Engin for sure can do that. Yeah.
Do what? I hardly hear Tony. What he says?
Outsmart you. You will outsmart him.
Yeah, if you don't have horsepower, enough of horsepower, then it's not gonna help. If the power is near, then Engin is gonna make some difference. But if not, then the guy is just gonna go like train, you know, run over me.
Yeah.
Let's see. We will see. I'm not going there to lose.
Well, no, nobody goes there to lose, right? But I think all around you're just a smarter arm wrestler, so you're going to come out on top due to that reason alone.
Yeah, it's kind of important for me. I will do my best. I cannot say I will beat him. I kind of see him like favorites. Like I can say 55-45 for him. This is what my opinion is. Like right now, I was more ready. More than 3 weeks ago, near 4 weeks ago, the match was canceled, and then we stopped training, and then I said, okay, since there is like big event in Istanbul, let's put in Istanbul, because like I get old. Whenever I don't have any target, then I'm gaining weight. You understand? So before I gain so much weight to lose again for Arthur, so I said while the weight is like near, so then just pull him, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you, you don't have to eat all the ice cream in Istanbul. You don't have to do it. You
Yeah,
don't.
but how do you know that I like ice cream? Oh yeah, Travis told you, right?
everyone has told me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I will tell you something. I go to WAF, I lost like 15 kilo. I'm dying. Like I need a few more 100 grams, and I'm taking a walk. I see ice cream, still go and still buy, eat, and lose another 100 grams more. You know.
That's classic. And will we see Herman Stevens in shape for the event? That's the question.
Does Tony know his shape now?
No, I haven't really followed him, but he's just downright strong all around. Herman is. So he's downright strong all around. I've never pulled the guy. Was he out of shape? I didn't know he wasn't training.
He was, you know, he had with his house, like the hurricane, I think, you know, destroyed his house. So a lot of stuff going on in his life, you know, and some injuries as well, I guess. So.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was having those issues.
Okay, guys. Thank you, Tony, for joining us. Thank you, everyone who tuned in. Thank you, Engin. Tomorrow, I will post a link in community page of my channel and as well on Facebook. Tomorrow, Hermes and Match. So I forgot the time, but you will see it. Join us live there. Please support the event. Go donate, be part of this. We're making arm wrestling history right now. Yeah. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Engin. And I'll see you guys in Turkey. I'll see you guys in Turkey.
Yep.
Yeah.
See you guys. See you guys.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.